Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope, back again with another video. And today we are back with some Zenless Zone Zero. I got some gameplay going on in the background while I'm talking to y'all, right? So, I just want to talk about what feels so bad about, Zenless Zone Zero right now. What's all the craze? What's all the bad stuff that the game is getting? Why is it getting that? I think it's very simple, right? I'm not even going to waste your time. It's because Mihoyo is unpassionate. That might trigger some people, right? It's like, what are you talking about there on passion? What do you mean? I'm just gonna give you a couple of examples. Mihoyo has now made 4 games, and 3 of the games have carbon copy systems of their in-game, and story, and summoning system. Everything is the same, which is ridiculous. There is no reason that the end game is the same across all these games. Star Rail's end game is different because they decided to add 2 more sets of end game. Zenless Zone Zero is the same as those other 2 because it has the standard end game being what we will call it how it was in its first game, Spiral Abyss. That's what the game has. Spiral Abyss is the end game. What is Spiral Abyss is the end game? A time attack. Time attack was appealing to a lot of people to start off the gacha, like, because it was different, but it's boring now. It's so boring because rather than making difficult content and difficult enemies, it's all just tied around how much damage I can do. It doesn't actually matter my defense, doesn't matter my HP, none of that, because I can just dive my way to victory. But rather than making difficult enemies for me to actually dodge and defeat, rather than making me feel powerful about my accomplishment, it's fully tied behind, are you really high enough? Are your stats high enough? If they are, you can beat this in this amount of time. And it's boring. It's boring at this point. You might disagree with me, but it, in my opinion, it's kind of objective. It's the same thing. You're going to get bored doing the same thing over and over and over again. So if you are a person that jumped from Genshin to Star Rail, to now this, it makes sense for you to be like, I don't want to play this game. I am bored of it. Why are you bored of it? Because it's the same exact in-game and style of play across all of them. I'm grinding for elixir. I'm grinding for ascension materials. I'm grinding for trace materials. I'm grinding the end game, Spiral Abyss, Memory of Chaos, and whatever it's called in this game. They're all the same thing. I'm doing X amount of work to get X amount of stars. It's the same. And it needs to change. Like, there is no reason. You can argue with me all you want. There is no reason they dropped this game and they did not drop 2 other forms of in-game content. 2. There should be 2 plus 1 in this game. You're making this game after Star Rail's success, right? Star Rail is doing very decent compared to that of Genshin Impact. And this game is far more focused on combat than either one of their previous games, outside of Honkai Impact 3rd. The game's combat and care for combat are about the same on Honkai Impact 3rd to this. The rest of their games after that are more story-based. You can argue with all you want. Even this game is still more story-based than it is combat-based. But this one feels more combat-based than the other 2, being Genshin and Star Rail. But, like I was saying, it has to change. Something has to change here. They're just doing the same thing over and over and over. You cannot have fun doing the same thing. I mean, you can. Let's rephrase that. You can have fun doing the same thing, but most people are burnt out of it. And instead of dropping those 2 in-game contents, 3. There are 3 in-game contents, sets of in-game content inside of Star Rail. Even though they all feel the same, let's be honest. They feel the same in a way. Pure Fiction feels the same as Memory of Chaos, but it's easier. Because it's in-game, but it's easy. It's free most of the time. The only time you're not beating it is if you don't have Erudition characters built. And it's something you could not have predicted. Because we are constantly told, don't build all your characters, because the game doesn't want you to do it anyway. So most people didn't have characters for that built. And now they're having to build them so they can get the currency, and they don't want to miss out on all that premium currency. So now they're having to build those characters, but like for that, there's just no reason to build those characters. You can't. It's not a skill issue. It's about playing smart for the most part. When most of your content creators tell you don't build every single character in the game, it makes sense that most people do not have characters built for Pure Fiction in the game of Star Rail, right? So it felt like Pure Fiction is easier in terms of like it's not hard to die or anything. Like it's easy to live, but if you don't have AoE characters, you're just not doing anything. So most people had to go back and build characters. But then once you have a set amount of characters, you just brush through it. It's not even in-game at that point. It's literally just something to do. but it doesn't feel rewarding because it's not hard. Then they drop a Apocalypse Shadow, not really hard. Cleared it first try on auto. Maybe my talents just built a little bit better. But the fact that I do not, my gameplay in Star Rail is so casual, and it's been casual for months at this point, that I can say that me having the characters doesn't really matter in terms of you're going to be like, oh, well, you have characters, so therefore you can't play compared to the free to play. I have less grind time on a free. I probably have less grind than most free players do on that game. In terms of relic farming speeds, I don't do any of that. I just get base form relics and I carry those relics and I use those same relics essentially forever. My Scylla, Ron May, all them characters, I have had the same exact relic sets on them since they have dropped. And they work fine. Because the game is hard. They have 3 sets of in-game content. One of them is hard, being Memory Chaos. That's the hardest one out of all. And then they drop Zenless Zone Zero. And they said, let's drop the Abyss in this game. And they dropped the Abyss. We have the Abyss. But we've already done it. We did it in Genshin Impact. We did it in Honkai Star Rail 3 different ways. Slightly different each one, but it's the same dang on thing. And then you give it to Zenless Zone Zero again without the other 2. And it's just all like, what's the point anymore? What is Mihoyo trying to do? It's like at this point, and I've always believed that you guys are just here for cash, right? You're playing on the fact that you have a loyal fan base. And that's really all it is. And it's kind of annoying. Now, I said all this to say, right? I like Zenless Zone Zero. I love the gameplay. It's fun. It's fun to play. But can we start changing up your system, please? Can you guys add sales to the game? Can you guys change the banner format? Can you guys add a different form of in-game content? Make bosses that are hard to beat. Don't just throw a timer on there and say that's your hard. This is what makes it hard. It's boring at this point. Add something new. Like you literally got me playing this game because of the fact that it's new. It's the only reason I'm playing, right? It's the little honeymoon phase that I have for almost all gacha games. But the moment this honeymoon phase passes, what's there left? Besides it being another Mihoyo game with the same deck system. So I'm gonna choose one, right? Do I want to play Star Road? Do I want to play this? It is going to be a thing of, oh well, this game has no content in it, so I'll play this game. Or this game doesn't have content, I'll play that game. That's the only reason I'm playing either one of the games, because there's a lack of content, right? That'd be the only reason between the flip flop between the games. Not because I'm loving both of the games at the same exact time. They're both putting out great content. No. This game has no content, so I have to play other because I purposely left it. I left this game for a month, so I have a month of not even a month, 2 months of stuff to do because I left for 2 months probably because there's not much in those 2 months to drop. And once I get done with all the content here, I switch back over here, and then I drop both of these games for a long time to play better games because they both end up having drop spells at the same time most likely. Go play a whole different game, come back in 5 months, now I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. And then I realized that my relics are perfectly fine. I don't have to change a single thing on either one on any of my characters on any game. Crush all the content anyway. And then and it just feels like this weird cycle of like, dang, why do I keep running out of stuff to do? And it's because Mihoyo isn't trying to do anything innovative. They just make pretty games. And that's the success of this game. It's just the Star Rail, the success of Genshin Impact. They're just so pretty. And they get you. They get you every time, being pretty. Just like for like it's like a thirst trap, It's just like a girl on Instagram, a guy on Instagram. They just look real good. They got all these followers. Oh, why do they have all these followers? Because they look good. They don't do anything for the community. Nope, they look good. But like they have 5 million followers. Surely they had to do something great. Nope, they look good. And that's what Mihoyo games like. They just look. I know that might sound pessimistic, and it sounds like, oh wow, it's like who are you? You're just nobody. I know I am, but like, I feel like there's a reason why for some people feel like there's a little bit of emptiness while they play these games, while they stream these games. Like it's like I'm missing something. There's a reason why MTash can't lock in for real. It's because the game doesn't really provide any real sustenance. We are all here because the game looks pretty. They have cool promos. It's the only reason we're here. There are plenty of other games on the gacha market that do this. They do the gachaing better. Just I don't know how to say it. They do the gachaing better, but we don't play those games because they're mobile games. This isn't a mobile game. It's put on a console, so it's far more pleasing on here. I've tried to play this game on the phone. This game stinks on the phone. This game is terrible on the phone mobile devices. Period. They don't have controller support. It's objectively worse playing on that. It doesn't feel good. It feels clunky. I'm having to break my fingers. It's just a worse experience, right? So it's like I'm not comparing you like you. I just feel like it's just not right to compare this to mobile gotcha games because it doesn't play like a mobile gotcha game. It doesn't feel comfortable as a mobile gotcha game because that's not what it is. But that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I'm done talking. I think I made my point to say that Miho, we got to do something new. We got to get motivated. It's time to overhaul how you do content. Look at your following for Zenless Zero compared to your other two games, and it's not just because people want to hate on it. I think people are just tired of doing the same thing. People know I'm going to be doing the same exact thing in this game that I did in the other two. So why play? Outside of a content creator, why play this game? I mean, you might genuinely just like this more, but outside of all your favorite content creators that are covering this game and coming around Honkai Star Rail, I wish we could get a real, accurate conversation going about how they really feel about it. Do they really like the game, or is this just another form of income? Because in Star Wars little patches, they make more than enough. Let's not get this twisted, right? Your favorite characters probably make more than enough money. They don't need to do it, but they'd rather do it, you know? And so it's all like in the dry period of this, I'll play this because there's nothing to do in this game. I'm not making any video. And it's just as simple as that. And I wish I could get some genuine reactions from other bigger creators to know if they really do care about this game. The ones that cover this game, do they really care? Do they really like this game? Or is it just something else to fluff out the time in between Star Rail or Genshin Impact's, love period? I would love to know. But to the two people that watched this, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let this video play all the way through because this is like the proxy like upgrade. So I'm gonna let this rock all the way out. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched, drop a like, let me know if you liked it. Comment something down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you disagree, agree. Let me know what changes you would make and all that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Avoid it. Shark Nami! Dead news. Sokaku is here! I'm scissors, you're paper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Out of the way. Get lost! Let's hurry it up.
Yep. It don't really matter. It's not that big of a